here at Ngozi Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, Lead From Within. So with me today, I have Amanda Marie, Kamau Ima, Sagan. What's your surname, Sagan?
Owoyele, Owoyele, Owo,
Oyele.
yeah, Owoyele, Owoyele. That's an African name anyway, meaning money suit my family, cash suit my family.
Okay.
Mhm.
And Grant Morel. So the topic today, so how are you, everyone?
Okay.
Okay, awesome. I just heard Grant saying he's all good. What about everyone else?
All good here?
Okay, Amanda, you all good? So our topic today is, are you suffering because you chose the wrong spouse? Choosing a wrong spouse is a significant life decision, and feelings of suffering or regret about such a choice can be deeply challenging and complex. So if you are experiencing that distress because you feel you have chosen the wrong spouse, so we're going to share some steps, but today things are going to be different. We have somebody who is going through that pain. And so here at Nkosi Talk Shows, we're just going to see what we can do about it. So over to you, Grant.
Thank you.
Do you
Okay.
wanna, do you wanna start with Sagan?
Absolutely. Second, thanks for joining us. It's great to have you here, and I commend your openness to come here and to tell us all about your situation. And we will try to do what we can to help you. So, firstly, for the sake of the audience and people listening, and for us, would you like to tell us a little bit about your situation, what you've encountered, how it feels, and what answers you would like, and we will try to help you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm grateful to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody in the house. Um, my name is Shagun. And no, sir, yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. It's been a long time I've been willing to come down here, stand, but it's not so easy. But we bless God that I'm really here this morning or this afternoon rather. So my name is Shagun once again. Um, I was born on the 18th of September 1975. So I was 3 months old when I lost my dad. I don't even know him at all. So we're a family of five. I'm the last one of the family. So history even said that when I lost my mother lost her husband, I was little baby that time, 3 months old, imagine. So I was, in fact, they even want to poison me. They even want to poison me there, no? But later, Mama confessed that it was a mistake. It was a mistake due to what she was going on through that time. So she thought the drugs she want to administer, she thought it was normal drug. So she gave me something else. But glory to God, I'm alive. So let me quickly go to the point anyway. Um, as a man in life, when you when you marry the wrong partner, it is not so easy to come out from that trauma. It is not easy to get yourself again. I think that's exactly what is happening to me. I didn't have mentor, I wouldn't have done that. I don't have mentor. I was thinking I was doing the right thing on my own. So that is exactly what led me to this situation I find myself. Up to this moment now, I know who I am. I'm still in that situation. So I I studied computer science a bit. I studied computer science at university, but unfortunately, the certificate was revoked due to what some reason. The reason is this is a live program. I was once a fraternity guy. I was once a frat guy. I belong to because we have so many courtesan going on in Nigeria. Yeah. So I belong to the Supreme Air Confraternity. We have so many here in Nigeria. We have university. We have Black Axe. We have Buccaneers. We have Vikings. We have Pirates. Pirates. That is the founder of Wole Soyinka, a professor in Nigeria, founded that one. And so when I joined this fraternity, I didn't know because I don't have anybody to support me. Actually, they invited because I was a bit, I'm learning a bit. So I don't have anybody to support me, no woman, nobody at all. So to buy books, to pay for school fee, they are the one helping me. I don't even know. They are the one helping. They are just helping. So I don't know that they have interest in me. So before I know it, in fact, I was even helping them to do their assignments. So they will buy me books, some of their exams, they will not feature. I really want to go and write it for them. So that is why I managed to pay my school fee. So later, many years later, I don't have anything doing. I went for service. I came back, though I've had my ND in one of the polytechnic there. But because of the passion I have for computer science, that was why I got admission to university. So my guys in those days, they so much loved me, but not knowing that what they wanted is something else. So eventually, I was apprehended. What really happened was that in confraternity, there is when they say a call to obey, a call you must obey. There's some assignment they will give you, you have to go for it. Somebody is funding them, and when those people call for an assistant, don't have any choice than to just understand. So, but me, I'm not part of their what's it called, for their assignment or whatever. What I'm into, because I'm an ego, I'm part of the officer. Ego, we have part of the hierarchy anyway. So ego was a number 5, the supreme head, which is they have so many names anyway, which I don't want to mention it that. But I was our number 5 then because of what I'm doing for them. Some of them, I've told you, some of them don't come for exams. Some of them will not come for anything. So I was apprehended. I was in prison yard. I was in the prison yard for 3 years. That's so good.
So there was a lot of things you was balancing on your mind at the same time, right? Yeah, I understand. You've obviously been through a lot, and it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And from all of this,
so I was apprehended. I was there for good 3 years. Nobody. So when I came out, time was not on my side anymore. I thought I was losing it. So that was 2010 anyway. So time was not over. I was 35 at that time, 35 years of age. Nothing was coming again, nobody. I lost so many people. And I said, okay, fine. But with the help of God, I got born again from there, from the prison yard. I was in a waiting trial anyway. They didn't convict me. I was just there. So when I came out, I said, okay, fine. My certificate was in the book. I still have my ND certificate with me. So what would I do? How will I start? So instead of me going back to my vomit, I said, okay, fine. And before I left, I told God, God, if you can assist me, if you can help me to be out of this dungeon, I will never go back again. I will be useful for you. And ever since then now, I won't deceive you. I've been going back to the prison, whatever I have, I'll give to them, I push to them. So when I came out, I said, what will I do again? I started my cleaning business. I started cleaning for people, cleaning companies, cleaning houses, moving from one place to another. I managed to get a vacuum cleaner, so I moved up and down to clean. So during that process, and I said, okay, fine, I need to just get married. I didn't consult. I found this lady. I found her. The courtship doesn't last for 6 months at all. So What she wanted was marriage. I also want marriage. So we started pregnancy within 6 months, pregnancy on call. We got married. When we got married, after a month, 7 months, believe me, I started seeing what I didn't need to see. She moves around, she fornicates. So many things like that. So many things. I continue praying and hoping that things will get back to normal. So I was just having the faith that things will come back to normal. I should have backed out, but you know, I was not really, I was not really rooted. I was not really rooted how would I call it, in this Holy Spirit there. I think something must have ministered to me that, okay, son, you have to back up. So she came back to the bouncy baby boy. I think I'm using this picture from my baby. So she came back. After getting back, all these things started again. I counseled her, reported her, did so many things, not knowing that we have just started. So she will even leave me at home, going for party. After going, my job, I can travel. Somebody might call me that I should come and clean in another state. I will go. After leaving, not knowing that she will not be at home, she will leave my child for someone. So as long as we had another baby again. After a year, we had another baby again. I was just patching it, that, hoping that everything had got well. So when all these things happened like that, and I said, okay, I traveled to Benin, another state, to work. She was having my second baby, and the baby was like 7 months that time, 7 to 8 months, not up to a year. I traveled to Benin. I spent like, let's say, some months there, but I have to be coming home. I come home. I come home. Do you know my mistake as well? Do you know that? Because I noticed, maybe I just felt that I don't want her to have sexual something with anybody anymore. I went ahead to buy her dildo, sex toy. So if I came back, I found out she has gotten pregnant again for somebody else. When she get pregnant with that, somebody I've known, spirit will be in her mouth, she'll be throwing up, all those things there. So when I got back, I said, I've gone for some months. You don't have anything. I didn't sleep with you. What happened? So and she confessed to me after some days that she was so sorry. So she was so sorry. It's a bad. She went back to ex. She doesn't even know that it will result into this. And she has tried all she could to terminate the pregnancy, something like that. So I said, fine, it's okay. I cried. I wept. So I took my kids. I prayed for them. And then I consult my elder brother. He's an accountant, chartered accountant, former secretary, ICAN. There's a body in Nigeria, ICAN. So I consulted him. I told him exactly what happened. The brother said, okay, fine, that's happened like this. You don't need to wash your dirty money outside. Firstly, I will help you. You have to do the DNA of this case. Do the DNA. I don't have money, bros. Help me. So it helped the baby. So that shows that those babies they are buying. So I didn't let her know it. And I said, okay, fine. I love you. I don't want to have any baby, anyone from anybody, anything. You know my condition. I didn't lie to you. This is made for you. This is who am I. Told you my past. I told you everything. You have your past out. Then you're hiding for the time because I want my home. I want my home. I don't want anybody again. I want my home. Please. This is what I have. Go and terminate this pregnancy. I give her money and I left it there. I went back to my place of work because it's a huge contract. Actually, the contract is not for me. They just called me to come and join them because I have passion for this job, this cleaning business. You know, any job you are doing, anything you are doing that you're not nagging with it. You are doing it with passion. You are doing it. Anytime you are doing it, you are not stressed with it. So I so much love doing it. I can tell you how many hours it will take me to clean a duplex. I can tell you how many hours, how many minutes it take me to clear to clean greens oil from a place. So I love doing it. And there's no machine I cannot use, ranging from scraper dryer, buffing machine. I can use it. So I told her, I have to go back. I have this money. Go and terminate this pregnancy. So, and I left. Do you know that after a month I come back home, I lost everything. I lost my phone. She packed up belongs to me. She took everything that I have in life, what I labored for. She took everything. She packed it. They only let me with my clothes, my shoes. That was what they let. They packed everything. They removed the AC. They removed all the things I have in. They packed it. So I said, what will I do? Where are my children? Where are my bags? Where are my kids? I need to have my kids back. I consulted my brother again. Fine, this is what we do now. We need to get in touch with their family. So they invited their mother. We talk, started pleading. This and that. Said she has made up her mind that she can't face me anymore. So my property is back. Okay, fine, okay. So and I said, if that should be the case, I need to have my kids back. Then I advise me, look, you're a business guy. These kids are too young. You can't compare two things together. Leave the kids to her. Whatever that you have, just be going to give it. But I love my children. I love my guys. So I did that for let's say for 2 or 3 years. Stand. So I have my kids back. As I'm talking to you now for the past 5 years, they are with me. One is now in secondary school, about to maybe next 2 years down to be in university, because that one is so brilliant. The first one is so brilliant, and his education is so fast. So it'll be 14 by September. September is also September 7th. It'll be 14 by September. The other one is a boy as well. I have two guys. It's a boy as well. It'll be 10. It'll be 11 by December. So that one is sitting. Will be entering secondary school next year. So I have them back. So I will draw the firstborn to be taking care of his sibling, his junior one, so that by the time I move around, he will be the one to be taking care of him. So that's how I've been managing my life since then, since 2010. The problem I'm facing now is I won't deceive you. I don't have any feelings anymore. The feeling is there.
Why do you feel you don't have feelings anymore?
Because there's this thing in me. If I'm trying to again, I will remember. I remember that's this is what I want to go into now. Am I not going to meet the same thing again? Am I not going to encounter the same thing again? I still have that feeling. The nagging spirit is at coming to the extent that I think a lot anyway. I think a lot. I think a lot. So it happens to me that the feelings, if I'm trying to have the feeling, I'll just remember that someone that I love, someone that I care for, mother of my children, in my own house. She went ahead my own house to fornicate, not to that extent, Lord, have a child in my custody that does not belong to me. That's what she has been doing. Someone that I trusted so much. And I was trying to be loyal to her. When I was away, I don't do it. Anything I want to do, I wish that, okay, I have a wife or two. When I come back, since I have a wife at home, she can't deny me. So those are the things that happen to me.
Hey,
Ever since then, it's been so horrible. Yeah, I'm doing my job. I'm working up and down to put food on my table. I don't beg. I take care of my home. I pay my bills. But that thing is still there. I need help. I need help. Please help me. Okay.
Amanda, you crying like me?
No, I very early in the morning here and just like thinking about all the things that he's been through, and then also like all of the opportunities for learning that you've had along the way. And sometimes those like darknesses are an opportunity to like learn and grow. And you're not the only one who's chosen not the best partner in life, because I also did that. And had my struggles along the way, and yet each struggle is definitely an opportunity to like learn and grow and become a better version of yourself, right? And so I've struggled with that question of like, how did I end up with such a horrible partner as the person that I married? Many times I've struggled with that question, especially I have a daughter, she's 13, and over the years there's been many struggles with dealing with her dad, and now I have her full time, and things have actually gotten better between her and her dad, but it's been a journey of like struggle the entire time. And so every like struggle that I've come up against is like an opportunity to learn and grow. And I think that whatever it is that you've been through, like I was even listening to a podcast the other day with Joe Rogan, and he was speaking with somebody who was like one of the head like drug dealers of all of the US number of years ago. And he was like, he's written a book now, the guy who he was interviewing, and it was called like How to Become a Drug Dealer. And then it talked about essentially he talked about how he didn't have any role models growing up, and his role models were essentially the other drug dealers, and he couldn't read in school, and he didn't teach himself to read until he actually went to prison. And then once he had been to prison, he taught himself to read, and then actually like got himself out of jail because he taught himself law, and found out that they couldn't try him like 3 different times in 3 different states or something. And because I was listening to it at the gym, I wasn't like taking notes or anything. And then I just found it like fascinating. And now this man's out of jail and like doing all of these positive, amazing things. And I just was like very uplifted by the story of, even though he went through something very traumatic because he had no role models growing up, he actually has now like taken a completely different direction with his life. And even when he was in jail, he didn't choose to be like, well, I'm in jail. I'm in jail for the rest of my life, was really what his sentencing was. He actually then took it as an opportunity to learn to read, to learn about the law, and then was able to eventually get himself out by learning the law and representing himself, and then is able to now like write books and be a motivational speaker and go and help people not end up in the same situation that he ended up in. So that's kind of what I hear when I listen to your story, is like oh, there's so many opportunities to tell your story and then help others not end up in that same situation as you. What do you think, Grant?
Thanks, Amanda. I think that's very nice the way you put that. Listening from all of this, Sergen, you've obviously learned a lot along the way, I would imagine. A lot of lessons. I'd like to know from you first, what lessons have you learned from all of this? What sense have you made of all of this? Because you've had a lot of time to reflect, and obviously you spent a lot of time thinking about this. You said you think a lot. What have you discovered? What have you learned from this?
Yeah, I've really learned a lot anyway. I've really learned a lot that, in life, timing, when you are not really ripe for anything in life and you want to force it, generally it won't work out fine.
Yeah.
So I've really learned that I was too in a hurry. I was too in a hurry. So I thought that I've really found my partner. You see, coming out from dungeon completely spent, I don't think the first thing for me to do is to conclude that I want to get married. I want to get married. Okay, fine. The person I want to get married to, do I even know her well? Do I even get to know her very, very well before we embark on that journey? Yes, I want to get married. I want to age was not on my side. I want to get married. She also she wants to get married. She wants to get married. Not that I don't know that she wanted to use me. Yeah, that's what I noticed. She really wanted to use me, to achieve her aim. So I learned so much. So timing, the timing was wrong anyway. It was so wrong, and I was too in haste. I was too in haste. So I have this kind of knowledge I have now, I wouldn't have made such mistake. And that is why I've been mentoring my kids, my boys,
Wow.
mentoring them. So I didn't hide anything from them. They know exactly what happened. So I didn't hide from them. So
Incredible thing.
do you know that every 1 a.m., every day, I've never stopped praying at 1 a.m. I have to wake them up. Wake them up. At the battle, what happened to me must not happen to you. And we are used to it. We are used to it. So I've been mentoring them. So those are the mistakes that I make, and I've learned from it. So there are some things you don't need to rush into. I rushed into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're a good man, Segum. You're a very good man. You're a good man. Would you like to marry again?
I wish to. I wish to. I wish to feel love again. Yeah. I wish to feel love again.
Do you think it's possible that because it's been so painful that psychologically you put a barrier so that you can't feel love? Do you think that's possible? To protect?
Yeah, it is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is possible.
Yeah.
It is possible. The reason why I said it is possible is this. It is me. I know myself. It is me. This thing that happens to me, it is, I allow it. So anything you allow in your life, if I should allow negativity, definitely that is what I'll be saying all the time. If I should allow positivity, that's what I'm saying in my life. So I allow it is me. I know myself.
And so
I know myself.
what do you want to allow yourself in your life now? What do you want to allow into your life?
Positive things. Positive. I just want to be loved again. I want things to be normal. Mindset.
So
Mindset as well.
a question to you.
Yeah.
If you want to be loved, do you love yourself enough?
Yeah, fine, sure. I love myself. I love myself. If not, so many things will have happened to me.
Okay.
When all this thing happens, a lot of chores coming to me. Imagine when I was planning to even commit suicide then. I went to my mother in the village because I don't have anything to eat. I had to go to her in the village. you know. So I was thinking that, recently, after getting the food stuff from her, I got to the express. I was thinking, just go back to that place and kill yourself. Just walk up to the express and kill yourself. You see? So it has happened to me severally. And there's something in me keep on telling me that, why do you want to do that?
Mhm.
Don't you know yourself? Why do you want to commit suicide? Who are you? Why do you want to take your life? You have guys there. You have boys there. You have so many people that you can still impact so many things in their life. Have you not been going to prison? So many still are still in the prison up to now. They don't have hope of coming out. There are innocent people over there. Some people came out, they got them killed again, and you are still alive. Why do you want to? Okay, now, do you know that that prison that I went to, do you know that it was a lawyer that stood for me? I don't even know that lawyer at all. The guy just stood for me. I need to get to the root of this case. And the guy stood without no cover. He gave me money after coming out. He gave me money. He gave me an apartment. It was that apartment he gave me. That was where I started doing my cleaning business.
Mm.
So if I have killed myself, so who will I help again? Who will I preach my gospel to? So I love myself. I love who I am. I told you what I'm doing now. I'm into industrial and domestic cleaning. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm an expert. I even train some guys as well. So I love myself. I just, my concern, or let me say my fear is this, truly there's no way you not think about it. I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm not Jesus Christ. I think about it. This is not what I plan for my life. This is not what I plan for myself. I want to have a happy home. Even if I travel to go and do some certain things, all this things I'm earning, it's for them. Before I do anything outside, I must remember them that I have a family at home. So I'm just thinking now that with the decision of myself, I know I can still love again. Yeah, I can still love again. But who is that person outside that will love me for who I am?
Oh, I think,
How am I so sure? How
think
am I so
you're
sure that the person that is coming in now will not maltreat the keys that I have?
all right.
That's my key.
Second, I've got a couple of questions. Kamal asked you a great question is, do you love yourself? Because again, to be in any relationship, to fully give yourself, you've got to love yourself first. That's the first love of our life has to be ourselves, to be appreciate ourselves. You also said that you allowed it to happen. So, and I agree, we all allow things to happen in our lives. So through all my years of coaching, I've always found these things. If we get to develop a self concept, a strong self concept, a strong set of values, what are important to us in our life, and the non negotiables, the things like, trust, honesty, integrity, whatever it is for you, your list of values, and you live life on your values. If you stay true to that and don't allow anyone in that doesn't conform with those values, you dramatically increase the chance of the people being in your life being good people, or at least people that are suitable for you, if that makes sense. Okay. So if I was to ask you to do it, I've got another question for you. What would you like us to help you achieve? What is it you'd like?
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Firstly, I told you I know myself, but let me quickly tell you this. Do you know that before I could be able to get a shirt for myself, a shirt for myself, I will first think of my home first. I said I love myself, fine. But before I could do anything for myself, before I could go to a restaurant to buy a nice meal for myself, to treat myself fine, I first think of my home. I think those are the things that is affecting me. That's my one thing that's affecting me. It is good to love. I think I love too much. Now,
Okay. So you feel so if we just put that into a sentence, if you wanted one, because I think quite often if we can make it very short and clear, it's easier for our mind to understand. So if you was to condense that into one sentence, Adam, if there's one thing you would like us to help you achieve, what would that thing be?
I want to live a better life. I want to live a better life. I know I have this kind of mindset that's, is there any good women outside anymore? Do we have good ladies outside of me? Even I want to get married, will I be able to find nice one, the one that can be able to reciprocate?
Yeah,
I
you
think
will.
that is
There
a
are.
mindset. That is a mindset that just need to change.
Yeah, there's definitely good people out there who want to marry for the right reasons, and they're looking for a great person. So the greatest way to attract the right people is to be a great person yourself. Okay, like attracts like in that sense. So quite often, when I coach people, whether it's in a relationship or a business, and we do a sort of whatever you want to be, you have to become that person that thing suits. Rather like putting on clothing. Does this clothing suit me? When you put something on that suits you, it looks like it belongs on you. And I think it's whether you want to be a successful business person, a very spiritually aligned person, or someone in a loving relationship. If you want to receive love, you have to be love. Okay. And I'm not saying you're not that, but I'm just saying we have to make sure we become that person first, because that attracts those things. And if you love yourself, and I'm really pleased you do, you'll self-respect yourself. Now, self-respect is very attractive, not ego, but self-respect. And when you have self-respect, and this aligns with your values, the things that you live your life to be true, maybe it might be religion, I don't know. It might be honesty, it might be sharing, whatever your values are. Once you become clear on your values and you live your life on that purpose, living life on that, and become an unstoppable force for it, you will repel the wrong people, which is fantastic, and start to attract the right people who get that. And this is for anyone listening out here. You make your set of moral values your values. Okay. And once you get that, if you start realizing what are your non-negotiables, like under no circumstances would I date someone who's on drugs, or someone who will two-time or something, whatever your thing is, I will not do that under any circumstances. When you hold true to that, when you have that mindset to hold true, you start to live life on purpose. And that's a very, very powerful thing. Then you will attract the right people. Are there good people out there who want to marry for the right reason? Absolutely.
There are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, the things you shared with us today, I think there must be a lot of people listening now thinking, what a great guy.
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah. I agree with you totally. And on the premise of what you're explaining as well, in martial arts, I'm a martial artist. I've been practicing karate since I was 9 years old. And as Amanda and as yourself, I have always also been through a relationship, an unhealthy relationship, and I've been single for mostly 7 years now. And I'm happy being single. That's the thing. I'm content with who myself. I have taken that time to realize my self dream, who I want to be for my children. And I've got two children, they're 9 and 7. What kind of father I want to be for them, what kind of role model I will be with them, what kind of person I want in my life, and what kind of people and friends I want in my life. And all that did for me was gather lovely people like Nomsa, Amanda, Grant, Carol, and many others that have become a close knit of friends and coaches and people that we gather every day and we talk with each other. Now, in martial arts, people constantly say, oh, I want to be a martial artist. I want to practice karate. I want to practice kendo. I want to practice jujitsu. But they just say it.
Mm.
And so we say in martial arts, only when the student is ready shall the master appear. And the same rule can be applied to anything in our life. Only when we are ready to receive love from someone, only when we are ready to accept ourselves and be content. And I'm not saying happy. There's a big difference. Content.
Content, yeah.
With who you are, with what you have in life, and simply peaceful with it. Bearing in mind that, yes, you want a person based on the values that you have decided, based on the rules that you want in your life, based on the boundaries that you have set for your partnership. Only then will that person appear. And until that time comes, the most important thing that you can do, and the best thing you can do, is give love to your children, give love to your home, and give love and dedication to your profession and what you absolutely are passionate about. And you will then be striving to live on purpose. Like Grant is talking about purpose, this is what I do. I help people live their purpose. And he also does the same thing with their businesses. So that's what I've heard. And you're a wonderful person. I heard your story and I'm touched from it. And I commend you for actually being able to stand your ground and share it with the public, because that is not easy. That is a person that is true to themselves. That is a person in front of me that can share his pain so that others can learn, and so that you can show as well that you've learned through all of it.
Yes. Do you know, there's a thing I would just want to just add to that. Do you know that, let's just leave love aside now. Let's love aside, you want to get wife, all those things like that. Let us speak up. Do you know that if I really work on myself more, to establish myself more, to boost my business, to take my business higher, do you know that the love that I need will definitely come to me? So instead of me dwelling on the past now, because I really enjoyed this topic, I really enjoyed the way you guys have, opened my mind, my brain to so many things now. See, that was what I told you. I don't have mentor. Nobody mentor. I don't have anybody. You go to church, you pray, you read Bible, those things like that. If I have anything that I want to discuss, I call my kids, we discuss with, what brain do they have? It's that, but I just take their opinion. Hey, daddy, that's, I don't have friends. I don't keep friends. I'm my myself.
Which part of Nigeria do you live? Sorry.
I'm in Lagos. I'm in Lagos.
You're in Lagos.
Lagos.
How far
Lagos,
are you,
yes.
how far are you with Pastor Chooks?
Pastor Shoes, we are not too far. We are not too far. We are not too far. Pastor Shoes is also there. Our center,
When you
what they
say
call
we're
this
not too far, I need to know the distance because I need to give you homework.
Okay, maybe about 2 hours drive, 2 hours journey. 2
Okay,
hours.
so
That's not traffic.
the next service for dating, I must marry by fire, by force. Would you be able to go?
Okay, no problem. Another time I can go.
And also, because when you say you go to church, you don't have friends. So I'm gonna give you a homework. When you come back next time at Ngozi Talk Shows, I need you to start looking for put yourself out there. I need you to go to work and start going out to the events. Like I met, you know, I was in Dublin on Sunday,
Yes.
or last week,
Mm.
and I met Dr. Olukoya for the first
Olukoya.
time.
Wow. That's
And
lovely.
I had a one-on-one with him. I had
Oh, that's nice.
training as well.
Okay.
But what I've learned, like I've learned so much. You know, he said to us, you know, the fire has bright color and the
Mm.
smoke has a very dim color. So which one do you choose?
Mm.
And so I'm going to give you that homework because you have Pastor Chicks. I only work with Pastor Chicks online,
Okay.
and I can tell you how my life has changed. And
Mm.
you are even with Dr. Lukoya, you are just next door to
Yeah.
him.
Mm.
So I'm gonna give you a homework to start getting out there. You're gonna look at your wardrobe, make sure you've got clothes. You need to dress like you don't have to have expensive clothes. So as long as you've got clothes to go out, and I know what you've been through. You've been through so much pain, but it's time you need to divorce that pain. When you come back, now I don't want to hear about the pain. I
I
don't
think
know.
Yeah.
I
Mm.
think one of the things that might be like keeping you stuck is not forgiving yourself.
Yeah,
Forgiveness is not necessarily about like forgiving others for what happened to you, but it's about learning to forgive yourself for all of the things that you've been through and like letting go of that trauma that you're like holding on to, because there's so many levels of forgiveness and levels of like, okay, I didn't have a mentor, and so this is the path that I got, and I forgive myself for that. And I have the opportunity to choose today to take a different path, right? So today, because I know about forgiveness, I know about all of these things that I've learned along the way, I can begin to forgive my past self so that I can like let that go and open new doors, like Gnomes is saying. Because if you go into these new situations without letting go and without forgiving yourself for the past traumas, then you're going to go into those situations still holding on to those past traumas. And so as you learn to like shed those traumas and begin to be like, okay, I can stand in my power, I do have all of these things, those things that happened to me in the past are not going to hold me back anymore. That's when you truly begin to like let go and forgive, I think. I don't know, what do you think, Grant and Kamal?
Thanks, Amanda. I think all these points are valid. From my point of view, what I see is that the human mind, we protect ourselves. You know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we look for food, shelter, warmth. And where you've been hurt, you probably put a barrier up, and very understandable. You know, if you bruise your hands, you shield your hand because you don't want to bruise it again, right? It's understandable because last time you did that, it ended up with pain. So you don't put your hand back in the fire, obviously.
Mm.
That makes sense. But of course, the thing is, to move on, we have to. This is why I think if you protect yourself with your values, understand the values, and when you've never had a mentor or role model, I get that. If you was to make a list of the attributes that a role model would have that you would follow, if you was to make a list of them, if you can't find that person, why not become that person yourself and become your own role model? Something happened to me years ago. Then some of my heroes died. And I was quite young and I realized that the people I looked up to had died. And it dawned on me that I need to become my own hero. And I think it's your time, Segan, and it would be a very liberating thing for you to do. Once you do that, you will have a robust platform to open your heart. And I think once you feel protected from the inside, your heart will open again. And you will take the wisdom that you've got and look forward for the right kind of love. You know what they say about supermarkets, right? Never go to the supermarket when you're hungry because you buy anything, right? And someone once jokingly said, never get married when you're in love. Partly joking, but right? You get what I'm saying?
I think
Marry
that
for
was
the
my
right
mistake as well.
reason, not because, hey, it feels great, because
Yeah.
quite often when our emotions are high, our intelligence is low. I'm
Yeah.
not saying sit there and look at all the
Mm,
details, but there's
mm,
a balance to be struck. So
mm,
think of a relationship a bit like a supermarket. Don't I'm not saying just be very cunning about it. I don't mean that. I just mean protect yourself. If you put your foundation in place of your values, your morals, look at the attributes of the best mentor you would have.
mm.
Yep. And if you can't find role model, be that yourself, because that will be a fantastic feeling when you need nothing. And I went through a bad relationship split up years ago, and I realized that I'd lost self-love from
Mhm.
that. And I realized I need to love myself again. I couldn't move on till I loved myself again. And I'm single, actually. And I'm perfectly comfortable being single because I love myself. I'm happy with myself. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable in my own skin. Now I'm in a position where I can give to a great relationship, and I'd like to see you there because you've got a lot to give. You've still got plenty of years ahead of you. You've got a lot of wisdom, a lot of love, and will probably make a fantastic husband. So I want to see you in a position whereby it's not can you find someone, it's the question that you're fighting them off and you're choosing who's the right person for you because you deserve it.
I'll join hands with what Grant said and what Amanda said. Yes, forgive yourself for the past. It happened. You've learned from it. You've become another person. And as Grant was saying, become your own mentor. Like that's what I was saying earlier, which is what kind of person you want to be. Who is that Shegun? Who is he? How are people looking up to him? How are they looking at him? How is he dressed? How does he walk? Where does he work? How does he work? What are his values? What are his morals? What kind of person is he? What kind of father is he? What kind of man is he? And then you gather all that up and you will find love, or love will actually find you the right way.
Mm,
It is all
mm,
about what you want for yourself.
mm.
And I'll give you, adding to all of the exercises that you have, just one simple question that you could ask yourself when you have time. And that is, if you were to wake up tomorrow morning content and satisfied with life, with having nothing to worry about, and having all the money in the world and all the past pains gone, what would you be doing and how would it look like? I'll leave you with that to think about for when you have the time for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay,
I really
Saga,
appreciate it.
when do you guys think we're gonna see Saga?
Well, I told you I'm an entrepreneur, so and
Okay, okay, I
I
need
move up.
you to have a homework to go and see Pastor Chicks.
Okay.
Uh, because there's loads of singles there. We do single events. I do with them online. So I need you to go start making friends. He's a nice guy.
Okay.
And you are part of us as well. You are MFM, you're part of us. And I need you to withdraw the accusation now, to work on withdrawing the accusation. Forgiveness, Amanda said you need to work on forgiveness. After you've worked on forgiveness, you then step two, you need to withdraw the accusation. Because if you still have the accusation in your life, you cannot move forward. In the realm of the physically, life may look beautiful, but in the realm of the spirit, life will be dimmed. So you need to get rid of the accusation. I'm afraid that. And then in number three, you need to deal with your bloodline iniquity. Bloodline iniquity, you know what we do at MFM is
Yeah.
facing choosing the wrong spouse and admitting to God that I was wrong. Hold my hand and forgive me for holding the pain in my heart. So you need to break that cord of holding the pain in your heart, because number one, you need to understand that you cannot protect yourself from hurting. People will enter your life and they will hurt you, but you need to have the ability to let it go and forgive and put yourself number one, which is not easy. So now you need to work on that one and dissolve everything that was done, that the feelings and everything. And once you deal with that now, you are a child of God. It's me, I'm not gonna speak to you as a coach. You are a child of God. And as a child of God, you need to know your father, how much he loves you. You always see me posting about going through the human blood sacrifice. What do you think why I survived? I survived because I knew the love of God. I survived that I knew that no man, no spouse will protect me. Not even my mother, my parents, I knew that they wouldn't protect me. But I knew when Lucifer entered, the angel of God of MFM entered and said, he is going to kill you. And the cute games don't work, the insanity works. For me, I'm here today because of the insanity. And I can stand today that when I met my father in the Lord on last week, he said, I even wrote it down that the cute things, the cute talking, it doesn't work. But the insanity, for you to stand out, you have to do the insanity. Meaning in the business, you got to do your work 1000%, meaning with your heart, with your work to work on you 1000%. You got to put yourself first before Nomsa. And when you learn that to put you first, that's insanity. It means I love you, Nomsa. Whatever you enter my life to do, you will not take my glory. You will not take my power. You will not take my destiny. Because if I enter your life and change where you are meant to be, it means I've taken your power, I've taken your glory, I've taken your destiny. When we talk about insanity, it means you tell me, Nomsa, this is my life. I choose to be the man that I want to be. And going forward, I have a choice in my life. I'm not going to be the second best. Whatever this woman did to you, you need to be teaching other men for what you've been through. It's not easy, but we will stand by you. Whatever the journey you take is not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you and say it's not gonna be easy. It's not easy. But you need to make that choice. And then once you finish doing that, we will be going step by step. Kamal, Grant, Amanda, we will be going with you step by step. If you feel that you want to come back at Ngozi Talk Shows to update us, please, I'll communicate with you. You can come and update us. But what I'm asking is, next time I need you to work on divorcing the story now. You've gone through this pain. This pain is not easy. For me to be here at Ngozi Talk Shows, is the work of God. I cannot tell you that I did it because I'm better, because I'm this. So all I can tell you is I'm here because I chose the life that I wanted. I chose to live. I chose to see my children. And I looked at Lucifer in the eye when he looked at me and said, you know what? It would take me 1 minute to take your life. And I said, go ahead. But the God that I serve is above you. And he said, you're crazy, you're mad. And he left. So what do you think what I did? I knew that if I don't fight for myself, no one will, not even my spouse. We wouldn't, he would sell me out. If Lucifer was to enter to my spouse and say, I'll give you 2 million to hand over Nomsa, he would do it. He did it with my family. He entered my family and said, I give you everything. Give me the legal right to enter your blood so I can take her. because
Okay,
this
light.
hand, this hand, it carries billions and billions and billions.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted. So what do you think your hand is worth? My hand is priceless. So that's what they wanted for healing, my hand, to heal it, go around. Like if they take my blood, then they can take over my destiny. So I'm just sharing with you that you can understand what life it can be. But the person that sold me out, it was the person that I love. It was the person that one of my mother's family, my father's family, had to get legal right from my father's side and my mother's side. Those are the people that I love the most. So he deals with love. So you need to understand that if you don't fight for your destiny, no one will. Not even Nomsa will fight for you. So I'm not speaking to you as a coach now. I'm speaking to you as a NFM member with you and telling you that your insanity it needs to take your life to the next level. You know what we are. We don't play mind games. I faced Lucifer because of what I've been taught by NFM. So I don't know if anyone wants to add anything. So what is your homework?
Yeah, you asked me to go to that site and
Meet Pastor Chicks. You're
Pastor Chief.
single.
Yeah.
You need to have friends.
Mm.
And you need
So
to
I
have
need to
friends.
mingle.
Yeah, you need to mingle.
Yeah.
And the Pastor Chicks, they are the people that they will accept you for you being single, and they are men like you, and they have singles, they do single events, and you make friends there, and no one stays single anywhere with Pastor Chips. Nobody. He's mad. You know, I don't know if you've seen him online. He's bonkers. So
Been on his live
So
interview before.
so you can go and see him, number one. Number two, forgiveness, work on forgiveness. Number three, like Amanda said, and Kamau and Grant. Number three, you need to withdraw every accusation, because in the realm of the spirit, I'm afraid it does not work that Nomsa has hurt me. You allowed, if I come to your life, I hate you. You allowed me to enter. That's how God works. So you got to ask you, withdraw the accusation. After withdrawing the accusation, now you need to deal with the iniquity. Iniquity, it means, God, I have allowed this woman to come to my children. And now I'm asking for you to have mercy. You need to put yourself there and say, every wrong that I have done, take it away. This pain that I have in my heart is exposing the secret that this woman did in my life. So you need to lay it all. I don't know if you've told us the whole story, but you know the story. Lay it all to him. He will. I will intercede for you as well. And then number three, after you've done that. Now we divorce the story. And when you come to Ngozi talk shows next time, even it could be 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. You will do it yourself. There's a reason why you are here on this show. So you will do it. Yeah. Just need to know that you are loved. You are loved. Grant loves you. We are genuine coaches here. Amanda completely loves you, and Kamal, and I do as well. We accept you for you, and we'll hold your hand every step of the way. This is not how I coach anywhere, but I'm just giving you this advice because we go to the same church, and our values and beliefs are the same. And we are all insanity, Dr. Odukoya's children that are from insanity. We don't do this crying and all these things. Anyone who wants to give him some advice, guys?
Yeah, I'll just jump in with my little bit, if I may. Second, you've suffered enough. It doesn't it's not serving you any longer.
Yeah.
Time to just let it go.
Come out of the
What
shell.
happened, happened. The past is history. The future is mystery. You're here and now. It's time for you to live your life, to love again, to love yourself and give love, and make the rest of your life the best of your life. And we're all here for you. You're not alone. You are loved. You are loved.
Thank you so, thank you so much. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. Thank you. You're my family. I'm I need to, you like what you said, I need to come out of my shell, understand? And I need to step on all these things, step on my past and move ahead.
Yeah.
Because I noticed one thing again. That this thing has cost so many things to me. You know, I have a sound health. I manage my health. I didn't allow it to damage my health. But what about my business? So it has really
Don't
cost so
worry
many
about
things.
your business. Don't worry about how it's cost you. God can
Yeah,
restore. God can restore 20 years within 1 second. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. You just need to heal. Go find it through healing only. Healing, that's all you need to do. And once you find that healing, then you will tell me a different story. That's why I'm saying go to Pastor Chooks. I was watching one of the girls' testimony yesterday. She went through the similar thing. A business lost everything, and then somebody just gave her 1 million for free. That's why I'm saying go to Pastor Chooks. And I have his number, by the way, and I will check on him with him to see if you have made it there, because I need you to heal. Okay? Yeah, I do have his number, and I don't live in Nigeria. I've never been to Nigeria, but I found him because God connected me with him. I found him, and I will check on him. I'll check on you whether you've connected with him.
I will, definitely.
They run singles events, so it's nice for you to meet up with the right people and to connect with people that understand your values and your beliefs.
I will. Thank you so
Kamal,
much. Thank you, everybody. Thank
Amanda,
you.
do you
I'm
have
really
anything
happy.
to say before he goes?
Just be gentle with yourself and take a deep breath, and today's a new day.
Yeah.
You stole it from my mouth. I was saying, be good to yourself and love yourself and look forward.
Just give yourself a hug. It's not worth all this. We go through different pains, and if you fix this pain, it will be another one. That's life. That's what life is. We just have to learn to love ourselves.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you
times
so
ahead.
much. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. I really enjoyed the program. I really enjoyed the advice. Thank you for having me, and thank you for coming to my line. I really appreciate you guys. God bless you. God bless your home.
Okay,
you
and
so
Gossip
much.
Talk Shows coaches, before you go, and Saga, do you have any advice you can give it to somebody who is going through a similar pain with you? It's easy when someone is listening to you. I just give them like a few sentences, please, Saga. If someone is going through that pain, what advice can you give them?
You mean me?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
Sagan.
of course. Of
Oh,
course.
okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, it is not so easy. We all know that it's not so easy. This life, even Christ himself does not promise us that coming to this life, it will be rosy. There are problems everywhere. One thing you just need to understand is this: know yourself. You have God deposited something in your life, and you need to fulfill that destiny. If you believe that this life it is once you came, it's not. There's no second life again. You're not coming back to this world again. You don't know anything about that. This is one life you are into. Just make sure you utilize it well, use it well. Understand? So it is not so easy, but whatever the thing that you are passing through, you are going through, Just take it easy. And the last thing you ever think of is suicide. Don't ever. Don't in your life, no matter what you are going through, no matter anything that is happening to your life, don't ever think of taking your life. It's going to be fine. God bless you.
You're a wise man.
Kamal?
Go on with your life as nothing has happened. It's happened for a reason to make you better. And so today is the time for me favoritism. I love that sentence. Me favoritism. I am number one. I care for me and how I want my life to be.
I love that.
Amanda?
I already said mine. Just be gentle with yourself and like take a deep breath, and today's a new day.
Okay, Grant, we finish, aren't we? Or you want to say
We're
something?
finished. You know, I mean, you've got a clean slate now. So you've got every opportunity ahead for you to create the life the way you want it. Be happy. Be happy and be joyous for that. Not many people have that. So you've got a great opportunity to create the life you want. Go out there, be happy, and we're here for you.
How many weeks can we see him back, Grant?
When can we see him back?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you check in with NOMSA and tell us where you are, where you've progressed, and we can decide from there.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's okay.
If you
That's
need
okay.
us, reach out. We're here for you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm grateful, sir.
Rewrite
God
your
bless
own
you.
story, Saga, and everyone that is watching. You're special, and pain does not define your destiny. Bye, everyone, and live with grace.